What up, guys? Make sure everything's... Dude, insane move out the gate, man. What the heck? I hate when we have big moves like that pre-market because I feel like it can be a little bit of chop when we open. Let's see where the top of that is. 92. Shoot. We're already at a 40-point opener. Oh my god. The openings have been pretty tough, and we got 5 more minutes. So, man, this thing could easily run down to 25 here if it loses to 50, or even all the way back down to the 300. So, this could turn into like a freaking 90-point 15-minute opening candle. So, that's almost impossible to take. There we go. If we're watching the ES, I'd like to see a retest of that 30 on the ES, then pop up. I don't think we have a lot of room to the downside to go because there's a lot of consolidation. So I'm kind of looking at a possible rundown to the 300 this morning. 3,000, 30,000. Kind of run down there, retest the 30,000 and pop back up. And that would also be the top of your, that kill zone for the London highs. Ones we broke out earlier. Like I said, I don't know if we'll get a decent candle to trade this morning. Like I said, we're already at kind of 50 points. I don't think let's check news real quick so we can kind of get that out of the way. So we do have home sales 48 minutes. So just kind of have to be aware of that this morning. If you're in a trade around what's that, 10 o'clock? Like I said, this is probably not going to be a good candle to take this morning on the opener. You're already at what, 70 points? 30 points. I guess that's a all right. We'll still look for that little 10-point trade as long as it stays right under 30 points here. The only way I don't like the trade, if it's up there around the 100 level, because I don't usually take trades into whole numbers. I don't know. I haven't really had the bestest luck with the opening range lately. Oh my goodness. Can't have this too loud. I've been trying to listen to music sometimes during the morning time, and sometimes you get strikes through YouTube for listening to music. So we will try the opening range trade this morning. The only one I'm not a fan of is the one up there around the 30,100. That's the only one we're not a huge fan of. I feel like we definitely need a 30,000 retest, kind of retest all that consolidation that we have there right down to the 90 level. We had a lot of consolidation overnight during the London session. Unfortunately, the pop happened pre-market. Too bad we couldn't have got this pop here, at the opening. What's up, IE? How are you doing? Or LE? Good morning, everyone. Hopefully everybody's ready for a good trading day. We will attempt the opening range play, the same one that we usually take most mornings. The only one I'm very skeptical about is the one to the top side. Uh, yeah, I gotta say that's the only one we're very skeptical of. Also, remember, guys, we do have news in 45 minutes at the top of the hour. And if you're trading the ES, the 75.30s is kind of your bull bear line. That's kind of the Manzini breakout level. So this is kind of why I was saying I kind of wouldn't mind seeing a retest of this 30 level here at the opening, retest all this consolidation period for a nicer move to the top side. Also kind of filling the gap here. So we're also back at all-time highs again. Let's see how far we're off those all-time highs. What is that? Shoot, never mind. That's 300 points to the upside. So we're also been trading the Asia market, guys. We've been doing fairly decent in the Asia market for anybody that ever wants to join us in the Asia market. Usually we try to make around about $100 in the Asia. Last night we made 150 in the Asia market. So this morning the goal is let me set up copy trader. We will be copy trading again, guys. So I'm just going to just start copy trading these accounts. It's just easier to do it that way. This way they all just kind of stay together. Shoot, we still got another 9 minutes before the market opens. What's up, Crash? How are you doing? Good morning to the to the FU. The full ports. Methodical said he full ported last night, Crash. I was like, what? He said he couldn't withstand a 30 points of drawdown. Dude, that was the high last night. That 30 points above that 50 level. Dude, we sold off like 600 points last night. It seems like as soon as I got offline, it was just like downtown. So, like I said, I am definitely looking for a 30,000 retest here. Oh, come on. It's already started. Dude, it's like endless gold appetizers. And the TikTok chat. Endless. Like, do they ever stop? It must be like endless people. The gold VIPs. They never stop. Let me set an ATM strategy here, just in case this thing. All right. So basically what we do with the opener here is once it hits 9 points, we just pretty much go to break even. All right, 5 more minutes, guys. Who's ready? Full port. Dude, Crash, do you really full port as much as you talk about, or you just like to talk about full port? Full port. The only thing I hate is what's up, Brando? How are you doing? The only thing I'm not a fan of is the trade to the upside. But that could be possibly where we're going today. Just usually once a week. Okay. Now I may have to do a little bit of full port. Let's see the date. Let me see that. I gotta keep an eye on a date real quick. Let's see. I gotta have something passed by the 4th. So by next Thursday. By next Thursday, I need to make $1,000 on this one account. So before it renews. So that 70 level is kind of the top of a previously hourly candle. Got 3 minutes left, guys. 3 minutes left. I almost want to place this at the top of this hourly candle at 70. Down at the opening, back up to 35. Yeah, I can see that. I definitely could see a retest of the 2950s or 950 possibly to retest this 15 minutes or retest the top of this 4-hour candle here. Gotta make sure you have the OC selected. Instant instant gratitude. Oh shit. In and out in a second. Woo. Nice. All right. Oh, I have no idea at the opening, man. We just play that opening range most days, and so basically what it is, you just drop in orders at the. I did drop that one a little bit earlier because where that hourly top was sitting, I didn't want to take that up into the whole number. Even though it did win, I just did not want to take that into the whole number. Very scary to. Let's see. Let's see where this pivot is. We got a pivot sitting at. So what we're doing is we're rotating two funded Lucif accounts. So like tomorrow, I'll take a trade on a different Lucif. Starting next week, we're probably going to bump it up to 5 micros, just looking for $100 on each trade. Kind of retesting that top of the hour. I feel like we're just going to open up to choppy mess, honestly. And I only say that. You shorted that 100. Nice. Yeah, there was a pivot there. Previous session open. Really good spot to short. Definitely like that short if I wasn't already looking for a long. I wouldn't be surprised this thing just blast out the bottom side too. It may pay on both ends. Especially if ES loses that 30 level. I paid another 10 points on the outside of that 15-minute candle on the other side too. Nice, nice. Yeah, especially if definitely kind of a line in the sand here. You're looking for 933? A lot of consolidation in that area. What you don't know if this is going to be the 50% retest of the 15 minutes back up at 50 for us to come back down. Sometimes I've noticed on the 10-minute candle, it's usually, it consolidates a lot more. And you get the better candle on the 15-minute candle. So I noticed this a lot on this second 5-minute candle. It's like your consolidation candle here. Then whatever that next candle prints, you get the breakout a lot of times after that candle. And see, what I would really like to see is for a fail breakdown of the 75.30 or even a push down to 75.16 to retest that on the ES for it to recover that 30 to look for longs. There's still a minute 30 seconds left on this candle. Kind of the trend changeover is going to be the 92 level. And for any of the VWAP lovers, we got the VWAP sitting at 962. All right, about to have a new candle here. Like I said, a lot of times this next candle is kind of the breakout candle. We're looking for a possible retest up at the 90s. I'm hoping this does give us a little retest of the 90s here. Current session mid here at the 50s. Sorry. Yeah, VWAP bounce. Sorry, it's kind of hard to call that out. It's just happening so fast. You still may get stopped out. It's so bouncing hard around that level. You took the VWAP? Yeah, I did. I was waiting a few hits of that VWAP. I wasn't sure. May get stuck at the current session mid though. Damn it, it's going to touch that VWAP. All right. Good old VWAP. That was your 44 you were talking about? I was hoping to get $100 on that trade, but it is what it is, guys. It is what it is. And I wanted to get short again right there, but God, I couldn't pull the trigger. I mean, I was thinking we're going to 876 here. Previous day low would be the target. Well, I already took this short. I mean, I'm just looking for 10 points in runners, DG, and I wasn't sure about all this, but I kind of wanted to target the previous day low. Those are usually possible levels that we're going to probably get through. I just don't know how long it's going to take to get through. Like to see the ES recover 30. Oh, you think we pop back up here? If ES can recover 30, kind of like the failed breakdown. Just kind of sitting on our hands at the moment. Oh. On the ES, we're just watching support and resistant levels. Ooh, ES recovered that 30. Remember, guys, we also have 10 o'clock news this morning. So that's Manzini's buy level back above 30. Whew, yes. Oh, are you talking about just the different, just between the ES, or looking at ES and Nasdaq? The only thing I'm really using on the ES is just level based support. That's basically the only thing we're really looking at. We also have news at 10 o'clock, guys. Thank you, DGF. Oof. Nasty pullback, man. Hopefully no one got trapped in that freaking bullish candle there. It was a nice move up, 50 points, but man, it crashed hard off that 30,000. Oof. Man. Yeah, that's what we're trading on is Elusive and My Funded Futures and Bulanox. We already took those first two trades that we took, those were my Elusive funded accounts. But we didn't hit the $100 today, unfortunately. We just hit 60 bucks in both accounts. Yeah, we're just kind of sitting on our hands at the moment. It doesn't look like, oh man. It'll be very, watch out if you're taking trades in the next 3 or 4 minutes, guys. We have existing home sales. I mean, if you're going to at least get a trade, make sure you get your profit fairly quick and get your stop loss in. Protect your profit, because I'm not sure exactly what kind of price action you're going to get with this news play. It could just be a straight dud, but you just never know. Just wouldn't trade for the next 15 minutes. No, we didn't buy. We took a couple shorts. Well, we took a quick 10 point long on the opener. Then we grabbed another short, but the runner got stopped out. We shorted right under that 30K or 30,000. So we're green today. Now we're still looking for another funded trade for the other funded accounts. We're just going to probably wait for the news to happen. You have news in about a minute, 30 seconds. All right, less than a minute till news. So remember, kind of protect your profit if you're in short, in long, or wherever you may be in your trading journey this morning. Just be aware that you have news coming out in less than a minute. So, very choppy price action at the moment. No good follow through. So that means almost every runner would have got stopped out, even if we did take these entries. You have liquidity around the bullish previous candle close. It's 30,000 and 29.20. Oh, keep my 10 points. Wish I could have got a little bit better entry for my runner. Hmm. Thank you, DX. Kind of want to see it pop back above 30,000 here. Oh, you're selling? Woo. I don't know if I wouldn't be interested in a sell unless we kind of got back below that session mid. Oh, you're thinking 29,800? Hmm. Yes, it's trying to dump down here. Hmm. Right now we're just kind of sitting on our hands and just kind of waiting to see what happens around the 30,000. We've been stuck at this VWAP a lot. Yes. $30,000 is my line in the sand here. So if it gets back up to 30,000, we'll just have to close this. And it looks like it's going to. Damn it. That's so fucking annoying. Dude, bought the completely fucking wrong side of that. God damn it. I gotta stop paying attention to the fucking chat. This would be our 15-minute opening range retest here. And that would be at 60. We'll wait and see if we get above the 60 level here. What a nasty pullback. Oh, goodness. Like I said, this could be the move back down at the retest in this 15 minutes. A lot of times you'll get the retest of this opening 15 minutes, and then this will be for the move back down. You'll want to see like that 60 level hold. Fuck no. Fuck. Oh my goodness. My God, dude. Insane. Yeah, it's longs was definitely the key there. Fuck. Oh, oil just dumped. Yeah, I guess that was probably like some kind of oil news. What somebody is saying? They said oil dumped. This thing's insane. At least we weren't in a short or out of the short, I guess. Oh, goodness. Very volatile at the moment, guys. Very volatile. Pretty much a VWAP bounce there at that level there. Tons of calls at 755. Hmm. A lot of people are getting killed on their short option. I'd imagine. Yeah, we're still looking for uh trades. We're just kind of sticking to some Rico trades at the moment and see if we can claw back a little bit of our red off the Rico candles. Rico candles are a lot easier to trade the quick trend. Whatever is just kind of moving wildly like this. This is a inside bar candle. It's pretty massive though. I mean, it's a freaking 80-point inside bar. Oh, goodness. That is insane. Yeah, 80-point inside bar. Hmm. I wouldn't be surprised if we retrace this whole move back to the downside. Unless this pivot holds up. We do have a pivot sitting there at the 100s. Yeah, that's kind of what we're doing at the moment also. We're just going to wait. So aggressively, stop loss above the wick. Nice. There's your break of your 5-minute inside bar. Oh, shoot. Like I said, it's 80 points. Hmm. Nice sell off. Dude, trap all the way. This would be your 50% pullback of the 15 minutes also. Nice 30,000 retest. We're also back below our pivot at the, what, 30,100? This See, this is your 15-minute pullback that you get a lot of days. This is the one setup that we talk about sometimes where you get the no, I don't ever look at volume, just strictly price action. I kind of had to switch over to trading Rico candles for a minute. Rico candles is very easy to see trend, and it's very easy for me to catch the breakouts on Rico candles. We done entered quite a bit of trades this morning, Lucky. I think we took either 3 or 4 trades this morning so far. All right. Like I said, most of the trades were taken pretty early in the trading session. We were just trying to get a little bit back on the money that we lost on our accounts earlier from that original short. So this way we're only about 30 bucks in the red instead of the 100. We'll switch over to our My Funded Futures evals. So we'll be done kind of trading the fundeds for the day. So we traded 5 different funded accounts. Massive bull flag. Yeah, this was a nice little flag. Like I said, these happened quite a bit just today. I just wasn't sure, but you can see kind of how we got the high and the low out of the 15 minutes, and you got the 50% pullback at that blue line. So technically, if you're playing those particular strategies, your entry would have been down there at 60. But we haven't really been taking those a lot. We do watch for them. Look at the yes. Did you get your loss back, Crash? From your 307? Oh, you lost $3. Is that $3 or $300? Yeah, we're back to just $34 in the red. I got this one account that I need to kind of trade a little bit on the aggressive side. Oh, you took the first short this morning? Nice. We're just only going to take longs only until otherwise that we get back below like the VWAP or back below the 15 minutes. So we're just strictly going to be looking for longs only. Last time we got stuck around the 65 level, so didn't know if that's where we're going to push to again. Kind of rerun those wicks. Yeah, I wouldn't consider it short unless we're back below the 30,100. Is there anybody else in a short or long right now? Did anybody get fortunate enough to take that huge breakout? So basically what we're going to be doing now is just looking for 5 points and runners. So hopefully it's just really quick profit. Like, you know. We're pretty much at the previous day open and close. Does anybody know what oil dumped to? We may get stuck at 60s, guys. We've been kind of getting stuck at 60s the last few times. I'm going to protect my profit just in case we pull back. Because we've been getting stuck at the 60, 65s. Stuck at the 60s again. A lot of resistance up there around the 170s, 160s to 170s. Yeah, I was hoping on that push right there, we would have reran that big old like data wick up there at 87 crash. But also, I know we have resistance sitting here at the 60s also. Too close to 60 to kind of join back in that. The correct stop loss would be kind of below this previous. There's a little swing there. You can kind of see it right there, but that's just too much of a stop loss at this point because we only had about 80 bucks in profit, or yeah, 80 bucks in profit on that. But we did get a nice, good looking 5-minute candle into the previous day close. You can see we kind of printed above it. You wick back into the previous day close. So it did give us a nice little opportunity to join in there. But I wasn't going to take it a second time. You'll probably get your targets this time. Usually that's the way it goes on those second pushes. Then the final target would be 225 on the top side. if I had runners. At least that's where I'd put my runners. 75 and 225 for runners. Now all we can do is just kind of watch. But a lot of resistance sitting on the 60s, so you would think that the 60s would kind of hold up for us. And you just use 60. '60s holding. Oh, never mind. Wow, what a trappy candle that was. It's tough today, man, I swear. That's like the second shitty candle of the day. Oh my goodness. The good old NQ guys, it will just ruin your effing day. What the hell? You said open interest on the SPY is growing at the 7600s. Oh shoot. That's just plain old dirty there, I can. Like I said, we don't have a lot of red, but we didn't really make a lot of profit today either on our accounts. So as you can see, only 63, 63, 148, 12, because I had to make up the $100 we lost. So we decided to just take some, whatchamacallit, 34 in the red, 34 in the red, and 60. So did anybody get trapped in any of these news event candles today? Did you take any more trades, Crash? Or Murphy, did you take any trades? Oh, you're thinking just a bunch of that? Yeah, that is right. Tomorrow's the last day of the month. Usually the last day of the month when it falls on a Friday, man, usually you get some pretty good green price action where it just goes straight up. I mean, hell, it's been going straight up for going on 2 months. Do we get back above the 60 here? It just seems so trappy trying to long up here. So just be careful if you're trying to learn. I mean, long. She only bought calls and it killed it. Oh, and killed it. Oh, shoot. Nice. I don't do anything with the options. Yeah, if you're fortunate enough to be green at the moment, it's probably just best to just wait probably till after lunchtime. Either that or just switch over to an eval and trade evals. That's kind of what we're doing. We're done trading fundeds for the day. So, but we will look for eval trades. Remember, guys, there's been a lot of resistance here at the 60s. The safer thing to do is wait for a new 5-minute candle and see if the 5-minute candle can hold up at the 60s with a wick back into it. The RTYC is risk is off. Oh, the Russell. Oh, okay. $40 for a new 5-minute candle. And we've yet to kind of clear out this high up at 87. How you doing today, Sky? Like I said, you kind of want to see the 60s area hold up here. Nice candle off the 60. Like I said, it's still very difficult to try to long up here. I just feel like you'll just be constantly getting trapped here, unless you're just looking for some scalping. We're doing good. We're a little red on a few accounts and green on the other. So, but we've been cycling through our just between fundeds and evals. So, but we're still red on a few accounts. Then small green on most of the others. So it could have been a lot worse of a day. And now we're just kind of trading evals. We've kind of gotten away from funded at this time of the morning. We're pretty much just kind of stuck here around the 30,200. I still feel like that 60, I wanted to long that 60 a while ago, but then you saw we had that nasty death candle all the way back down to 25. So didn't really want to, that happen again. So that would be our opening range candle from yesterday, sitting at the 30,200s. Almost wouldn't mind taking a backdoor scalp up there. I just got to keep an eye on the time, guys. So we got about 15 more minutes. So that would be our first 90 test. Remember, this is why I usually don't ever take the very first trade into the 90. Because most of the time you're going to get some kind of rejection. More likely would it hit, let's see, right above the 90 level. A lot of times you'll get like a little pushback into the 60s. Yeah, it's possible 60 hit. Then a pushback up. We're using a NinjaTrader. We're using NinjaTrader. We're also trading only 5 minutes, and we're on M&Q. Now this is usually you just have to customize your charts the way you want them to look. So it probably doesn't look like the normal NinjaTrader charts. Dude, look at the Ricos popping. Shit, that shit's all the way up at 293, man. Okay, yeah, there's multiple platforms. You have Quantower, Wealth Charts. It really depends on if you're using your real money or if you're using prop firms. Usually, prop firms have different brokers that you can use depending on what they offer. But most of the popular ones will allow you to trade with, you know, the more popular ones like Trade of 8, Ninja, Quantower, Wealth Charts. And I'm pretty sure there's some few more out there, but I just don't know all the names. Those are just the ones that I've used. Dude, look at this baby just go straight to the moon today. Why didn't we just take the long off the 60s? The 60s was your next key level there. I say I was kind of anticipating 25 to hit, then come back down to 2,000 or 200. Next pivot's all the way up there at 293. So a lot of times we like to run from pivot to pivot. So hasn't really offered a clean entry yet. Here I'm looking for some kind of resistance at the 25 for us to pull back into the 200 or the 210. It's hard to just jump in this when it's just going straight up like this. Yeah, very trendy day. First pullback we get, we're probably going to buy in. For about 2.5 to 3 years. You got out too early. All right, about to have a new 5-minute candle here. Really like to see this next candle have a little bit of pullback into like, say, 10. Oh, this market has been insane today, man. Shorting this market is like a death sentence. Oh, goodness. Unless you're just scalping like 5 or 10 points. I think yesterday was really a decent day of pullbacks, but hell, that's been very rare. Yesterday was good. Yeah, I had an okay day yesterday too. We had like a few little losses here and there, but we were able to get back all of our losses. Kind of seeing what kind of pullback we're going to get here. I like to see that pullback into the teens if we can get it, maybe down to 18. No, I don't use any of that. I did put on the VWAP last night, but shoot, that may be the only pullback we get. Guys, we got about 5 minutes left. Since we hit that 50 level, I'd kind of like to see us, nope, didn't quite get the 50 level. Kind of like to see us kind of retest the 200s here, or 205s, something like that. Retest the whole number. Kind of make another little bull flag here where we get like the big bullish candle with the small red candle. Then the next candle would be kind of like your big oversized candle there. That all she's going to give? Maybe. See, I didn't know if this candle here would be your, even though it's not red. Next kind of breakout candle. Oh, you're saying we're at the top of your VWAP channel? I try not to use too much because I figure whenever I use way too much stuff, man, it has me looking at way too much stuff whenever I'm trading. I did put the VWAP on my charts last night because I know there's a couple guys who are using the VWAP. Like I said, guys, we only got a few more minutes, and I have to get my computer, everything shut down so I can log on to My Funded Futures. We will be on My Funded Futures from 11:30 to 12:30. If you guys want to join us over there with me and Methodical Man. Usually we end up finding some pretty nice trades during the lunch hour for most part. I've been trying to find a little bit more aggressive trades with this account because, like I said, we have to make another $1,100. And we're about $100 away from breaking the $2,000 on this account. We got to make $3,000. So hopefully everybody had an okay trading day, or if you did take a loss here or there, hopefully you went over leverage where it doesn't hurt your accounts. To me, I feel like that's the key sometimes, is not to be over leveraged, especially on funded accounts. So like the losses we took were only for $100 earlier. It was just because we were in 3 micros. Didn't really make any ground on our main 2 fundeds today, so we're still needing $550 for our next payout and another $900. Let's see. Where's that count sitting at? Yeah, so basically another $1,000. But thank you guys for watching, and thank you guys for hanging out with me this morning. And we will be back for the Asia market. Usually the Asia market, we don't trade funded accounts. It's just strictly evals. Usually we try to shoot for between $100 and $200 for the Asia market. And we try to wait till the Asia opening to start trading. Are you shorted up there? Oh, today's the day. Oh, nice. Like I said, we do have a small red today. Yeah, we'll be on My Funded Futures in about 10-15 minutes. Crash with the Methodical Man. Like I said, we are going to be $34 in the red on each of these accounts, and the rest of the accounts just have small little winners. These are all funded accounts except this one and this one. So as you can see, we didn't really make a lot on the fundeds today. So these, I'm trying to build up a little buffer before we start using 5 micros on these. So we're only up about $100 a piece, but remember, you only got to make $1,000 in these accounts. So to get, if you just want to take the bare minimum payouts. So, and those are fairly new Lucif account. Those are only like my 3rd and 4th Lucif accounts. So we really haven't had very many Lucif funded accounts. So, all right. Thank you guys.